This is Twit.
Our show today brought to you, we'll get back to it in just a moment. I know, the thrilling and gripping conclusion. But first, a word from our sponsor, Zscaler, the world's largest cloud security platform. The potential rewards of AI, as you can see every day, too great to ignore. So are the risks. And now I'm not just talking about this, instant vulnerability invention, but the risks of the loss of sensitive data through accidental exfiltration by your own staff, by your own team using the AI. And then there are, of course, attacks against enterprise-managed AI. And then there is the obvious risk of generative AI being used by threat actors, helping them to rapidly create phishing lures, write malicious code. Look at this, 10 hours. Automate data extraction, all kinds of tools. And they do it fast, and they do it at scale. So let's talk about that first issue of accidentally exfiltrating information. There are 1.3 million instances of social security numbers leaked to AI applications last year. I bet that number doubled this year around April 15th when we were all finishing our taxes. And I bet your employees thought, maybe I'll just run this by ChatGPT just to see what it thinks. And of course, what's in your your tax return? Everything a bad guy needs. Name, address, birth date, social, everything. ChatGPT and Microsoft Copilot saw nearly 3.2 million data violations last year. And that's the inadvertent stuff. That's not even malactors. That's just people doing their thing. It really is time to rethink your organization's use of public and private AI. Check out what Siva, the Director of Security and Infrastructure at Zuora, says about using Zscaler to prevent AI attacks.
With Zscaler being in line in a security protection strategy, helps us monitor all the traffic. So even if a bad actor were to use AI, because we have a tight security framework around our endpoint, helps us proactively prevent that activity from happening. AI is tremendous in terms of its opportunities, but it also brings in challenges. We're confident that Zscaler is going to help us ensure that we're not slowed down by security challenges, but continue to take advantage of all the advancements.
Thanks, Siva. With Zscaler Zero Trust Plus AI, you can safely adopt generative AI and private AI to boost productivity across the business. Their Zero Trust Architecture Plus AI helps you reduce the risks of AI-related data loss, protects against these AI attacks we've been talking about, and guarantees greater productivity and compliance. Learn more at zscaler.com/security. You owe it to yourself. That's zscaler.com/security. We thank them so much for their support and Security Now. And Steve Gibson.